Welcome in, everybody. I'm Editor-in-Chief Zach Combest here with our sports editor, Cherish Simpson. So we're going to be talking about the EKU softball team getting ready for the NCAA softball tournament in Knoxville. Cherish, let's break this game down. We're playing Tennessee on Friday night. What's your thoughts on this game?
I think that this is going to be a pretty tough game. I mean, we are definitely going to have to center ourselves and prepare for a battle because I think this season we've played them and we lost to them. So we're going to have to watch film and just know where to watch them so that they don't slide past us and get some runs and stuff, but we're really going to have to play as a team.
Yeah, and talking about those two games, it was the start of the season, regular season. We lost both of those games in a doubleheader, 10-0, and then 3-2. So the second game was a lot closer. But I talked to softball coach Worthington this afternoon, and she mentioned about that game, talked about how it was kind of playing those two games in the regular season helped her team to kind of get a little preparation done early on Tennessee. So they're coming into the tournament postseason play right now, and they've seen Tennessee, they see what they're about. They played down in Knoxville for 2 games, so they're used to that. But the only difference, she said, is back when they played in the regular season down in Tennessee, there was no fans allowed. But now it's going to be full capacity. There's going to be about 2,500 fans down in Knoxville, Tennessee, watching this game on Friday night or Friday afternoon. So it's going to be different. She said that's the big component there that she's talked to the team about over the past couple of days is expect a lot of fans cheering against you, but also a lot of fans cheering for you because, we'll have a lot of EKU fans down there making that trip down to Knoxville. It's not a bad trip. I made it a few times. So we'll have fans there. So she's happy about that, being close to home and being able to have that fan support continue.
And I think that's really great for us because throughout the season, watching them play, when we have everybody cheering and like Donna's there screaming, and it just seems like the atmosphere changes. And then you can hear everybody in the dugout, all the girls, they're yelling for their players and teammates and stuff. And it really gives it that experience that you need when you're out on the field playing. And I feel like it just makes the atmosphere so much better. The energy is up, and I'm just really excited to see what they do.
Yeah, and especially too after what happened last season with COVID and having the season canceled early, it was a huge momentum to get to the postseason tournament. So they're excited for that. They're actually getting ready for practice as we speak right now. So it should be an interesting matchup against Tennessee, the number 1 seed in the Knoxville Regional. But also in that region, we have Liberty and James Madison. So if EKU wins, we're moving on. But it's a double elimination. So even if we lose to Tennessee, we'll be facing either Liberty or James Madison. So, still be an interesting matchup. A tough region there because we have Liberty from the A-Sun, a team that we're going to play next year when we move over to the A-Sun. So overall, I think that'll be a fun region and some exciting softball over the weekend.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game, though. I mean, exciting, and having Cameron travel down to Tennessee and get to experience that and take pictures for us and stuff. I mean, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, be sure to follow us on our social media at SportsEP on Twitter, website easternprogress.com. Our photographer, Cameron, will be down there getting photos, live tweeting. He'll have all the updates. So this will be the place to go to keep up to date on what's happening and hopefully for an EKU win. So the Colonels will take on the Lady Vols on Friday at 2 o'clock on ESPN3. So you can watch it if you can't make the trip down to Knoxville. Watch it on ESPN3 and cheer on the Colonels. But I talked to Coach Worthington this afternoon, and I have part of her interview right here. She mentioned a lot. We hit a lot of topics. We talked about the keys to the game. She mentioned, the pitching rotation is going to be a little different. We'll have Molly Pollock. Of course, you have like Bethany Todd, Tori Peterson, Samantha Reynoso. So you have a lot of pitchers for EKU. And she's going to mix them all in. She talked about that during our interview. Also, she talked about how, it's the first time in the NCAA tournament since 2004. So it's been 17 years since we made it to the postseason. It's been a long time coming. After the OVC sweep there in the tournament, winning 3 games there against some great teams like SEMO twice and then Austin Peay. So they're excited about the postseason and hopefully picking up a win. First time, OVC championship since 2004. First time NCAA tournament since 2004. So How does it feel for you and the team to, do this, and especially the last season being in the OVC?
Sure. No, it's exciting, and I can't tell you how fortunate and privileged we are to be here. Players earned it. Started last year. That was a unfortunate ending to the way it went, but it worked out, and we're here now, and hopefully they'll enjoy the process and play hard and know that they deserve to be here. And don't just come in at it like it's an experience, but actually come in and try to win some ball games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and got Tennessee coming up, so you guys faced them 2 times in the regular season. So does that kind of help you guys kind of prepare for Tennessee? Having some experience against them during the regular season, does that help any in the preparation?
I've been trying to decide that myself. I think it helps in the sense of we somewhat know what to expect. I will say that when we played them the first time, that fans weren't allowed, so that's going to be a big difference for our team when you've got 2,500 people out there cheering against you. I mean, we'll have a bunch of our own fans. That's a good thing about being close, but that'll be a little bit different. But then on the other hand, they've seen us too, so we're not going to be able to sneak up on them. So I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah. Well, with the regionals being double elimination, there's a possibility of playing up to 4 games over the course of the weekend. So how do you prepare your team to keep that energy up if you do make it, beat Tennessee and continue on, or in the elimination round? How do you keep that energy up with the team?
Well, I'll tell you what, if we can get through Tennessee, I can't imagine the energy going away, because if we can beat them, then there's no reason that we can't beat any team and every team. It's going to be a combination, of fielding the ball, and then we're going to have to use everybody to pitch. But, they've all been doing just their job, and that's all they need to do is just continue to do their job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and talking about the pitching, though, you had, Samantha and Molly in the circle for the OVC tournament, very dominant combination there. So do you still plan on using them in the circle, or are you going to throw in, Tori or anybody else in the rotation?
Well, I think they'll be a big part of it, but we're going to end up using all of our arms probably. I think that we'll see who steps up, and all of them are capable of getting outs for us. It's just going to be, and we're going to need them all. We're not going to, Sammy and Molly alone, and even Tori for that matter. I don't think we can get through 4 games with just those guys. We're going to have to throw them different looks and not overpitch anybody.
Earlier in the season when I talked to Coach Worthington, she mentioned a lot about playing as a team, and throughout the season I feel like they've done really good with that. And it's good to see like a team like ours that has so many different players, and each player brings so much to the field, and it's nice for her to have so many different pitchers that she can bring one in and take one out, and it just really helps keep the flow of the game like interesting and everybody energized, so when she needs somebody else, she can bring them in. And even like Carly Robinson and Sammy Miller and Zoe, I mean, these girls are just killing it, and I'm excited to see what they do tomorrow. So